change. That should have been changed. Alright, so the last stream I did that was named incorrectly, I guess. I kind of made a decent version 3 for everything. So now I'm gonna make a quick correction to this one here. Let me see. I changed the lighting over. The lighting over change was pretty solid, like it works. But go ahead, delete this for now. Go ahead, oh, this one too. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add the right lighting back in. But you can stack on top of stuff, right? So that's definitely a thing. I just haven't explored it yet, just because I haven't got to that point yet where that's what I want to do. But okay, so I took some notes. So everything should be good, right? We got Urban Square and Arena. Yakushima, I just resolved that one. There is an issue. Coliseum, I need to put a floor in Coliseum. Because right now, Coliseum ain't got nothing on it. And Yakushima should be good for right now. I need a floor for River also. Let's see. Oops. So I need some floors. Let's make some floors up, right? So Elegant Palace is good, but Breakable doesn't show right away. I need to test that like online, see if it shows up online or like when you play in a match. The practice mode, it ain't loading. That's the same thing that happens with good. We'll just put break. Oh, actually walls. But this is fine. I don't need this one because I'm gonna build walls anyways. But I also need to see like, yeah, I gotta test some other stuff out. But for now, I'm just gonna get some floors in. So we got like, it's more like version 2.8 more so than a version 3. But you know, it takes a lot for me to do this stuff. All right. So let's see. Let's get some information. Let's do we'll do River first, and it's gonna be an easy one, right? So I can do a couple of things. I think what I'm gonna do first is I think I saved a floor name somewhere. So let me pull those up. I'm actually gonna go in Blender real quick. Let's go into Blender. I'll do 3.6, and all I'm gonna do is create like a base floor, right? Set it up, set up the UV a little bit. Right, but I need to go ahead and open up image. I think I got them in here. I don't know where I saved it to. Go game. I need the UI is what I need. I don't know where it's at. Is it in exports? Damn it. Here we go. Need to see these maps, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. So let's do what I say, River, which is I think it's 13. Where's 13? Let's type it. 1, 3. There we go. I'll open it up just so I could just look at it. So it's look at 20 by 24. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll just make them. Let's do a mesh plane. Alright, cool. We'll go to item and we'll just manually set it 20 by 24. Right, cool. Looking good. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and grab that stage floor. And I'm gonna go ahead and look in here. Make sure I got the right floor, you know what I'm saying? So let's go in here to 13. And I already did all this research before, so I don't want to go look it all up again. But what I'm looking for is the base that has it, and it's just GM1A. That's stuff I need. So let's go over here. Go to 13. Sublevel. So GM1A. Go get and copy that. Nice. Alright, so we're going to here to Blender UMAT. Boom. Alright, so I'm gonna just drop that right here, this section here. Let's do this. Oops. Set this to 5.2. I think I got my X's, these things. So it's just 0x0000. Oops. Copy. 64 zeros after the X. Boom. Export path. That's where you putting your stuff at. Man. Game path is where your packs are at. Bruh. Boom. Nice. And that's it. And then I'm just going to import it in. And this is going to allow me to just make sure, because sometimes like you'll get the size of the stage or whatnot, but it won't be like directly at 0. And you'll be like, ah, damn. Did this not load in? Oh man, what's going on? Why didn't it load in? Oop, I ain't getting no type of... it didn't work. Okay, let me just double check, make sure. Oh, because I don't think this is the right... This is where I'm cooking my stuff at. This ain't where my actual game is at. See, I went to the packs folder. I need to go to my mods folder, right? And then go to the packs there, because this is my actual game files right here. Right here. So it's like, yo, info wrong. All right, let's do this again. I was like, that's mad quick. Now, if you want to grab these, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking about putting them out on a list or something, but I don't know. I'm kind of lazy. That might take some time. So if you grab one of these shells and you copy what I did to create the base level or whatnot, then but for you can go ahead and you should be able to extract this through Fmodel, right? Take my mod, extract the assets out of it. The only asset that's going to be in it is going to be this this floor. But this floor is not working. And I don't know why. Look, package that came through, right? This is right. This is right. This is... What scene am I at? So here go this scene. Delete that again. Try this again. See what's up. This happens a couple another time too. I can't remember what caused it though. See, it's doing the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead into here and see. Is this loading? Let me turn this off for a second. See if that does anything. Import. All right. So that ain't working. All right. So let me check one more thing. Maybe, maybe my mods. Oops. I gotta shut these down for a second. Let's deactivate all of them. All right. See if that is the issue. Because that's essentially like the same folder. Nope, that is not the issue. Damn it. What is the issue? You know, let's try 4.0. Turn this back on. We got stages, we got rhythm, we got sub level. And there'd be like two of these. I don't know why there's two of these. Say general. Let's go ahead and UMAT. Set that there. Set this here. All right, we got game path. Grab that. All right, we got mappings path. Where did I put this in? Let's go. All right, let's try again. What the hell? Is it only? I don't think this is the right stage. It's only the boat. Oh wait, no, the sea. All right, there you go. Look, that boat. It's right, but the boat is all the way over here. Now, I don't think that the boat itself moves, but we're gonna find out, right? I'm pretty sure the boat don't really move. It's just like everything around the boat moving. But we're gonna find out today. So go ahead, add that plane. I said 20 by 24, I think. What is this? I need another window. We'll use this one. That's not it. All right, yeah, 20 by 24. 20 by 24. All right, let's go. Let's move this over. Move this over. All right, cool. Nice, nice. And usually I just kind of like set it. Oops. Get a little bit above it initially. Change the color. Make it red. All right, so I can kind of line it up. And then I'll go in and kind of like, let's see, -30 is probably the answer. They don't do a lot of like little things. So was that -85 on that one? but it looks like it might be a little bit bigger. I mean, the top to back looks fine. See, bring it down. See, like it ain't fitting 100%, but it is fitting those stairs. So, all right, cool. There might just be like another rail or something. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah. There's probably a little rail and it's not being shown right now. All right, so I set this on 0. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and make it by itself. Go ahead and be like edit, and I'm just going to extend these pieces up. Actually, nah. I don't want to do this. I'm going to add some pieces inside. So I said, what, 20? So this one will be 24. So I just set this to 23. We'll set this one to 19. That way I got some nice even blocks. Just grab the edges. Boop, move them up. There you upwards. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and separate this section. I'm just separating it because it makes it easier to work with size-wise, right? So now I can just be like 1. Oops, that's the dimensions. Yeah, 1. There we go. Nice. Go in here. We'll add 2. All right, cool. We're gonna check the facing sides. And so what we want is all the faces to be blue on the inside and the floor, and on the outside to be red, so that, like, you know, kind of like fades away when it's not in view. So that's perfect. Also, I'm gonna hit Control A, all transforms for both of these. All right, nice. Go ahead and give this a texture name, and I'm just gonna give it the name that I've been giving most of my custom assets. There's like a little like tile type texture that's already in the game that I gotta set as a reference, so I just kind of use that. This here is MIBOD turtle E. All right, cool. Nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and join this one to this one. There you ship C. One block. Cool. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just make it 100 bigger. Boom. I change my view. Change it to 1. We'll change this to a bunch of zeros, whatever. Cool. Nice. Yeah, Control A on transform, so it's set. Switch it to units at 0.01, and then meters at centimeters, and we good. So I'm gonna go ahead and export FBX, and then I got my settings for this. This should work just fine. You know what? Let me set them up. So I'm gonna set this to selected objects. We'll set this to copy. I'm gonna leave all this the way it is for now. We're gonna set this to tangent space armature. I'm gonna leave that the way it is. No leaf bones, no deform bones, and no animations. And that should be good. You could do triangulate faces. I'm not. Yeah, whatever. I'll do triangulate faces. It just helps to make sure things are read correctly, light, and all that stuff. Oh, and then this is set to face. Nice. And then it should be good to go. So I'm gonna go hit plus. Call this UE export stages. Nice. All right, so now I need to go ahead and set up my folder. Where is it though? Is it in J? Is it in D? Is it in C? Oh, here we go. Under projects. All right. Call this one. And I need to be a little bit more organized with this setup, but you know, it's never too late. So ST13 stage floor. And I'm just gonna call it SM so that it's got the right name when it comes in. Right, cool. Save it. We good. All right, Gucci. Okay, so now I got that stage set. I'm kind of do the same setup, but for 13. So we're going to 13. Right. I'm gonna make me a custom folder. You don't got to. I just like to. Let's go ahead and import. Bam. This. Oh. Is that the right spot? I don't know. Feel like it's too far away. I'm not sure what's going on here. It seems really far away. Is it really that far away? I don't know what this is and why this is over here. This doesn't seem 100% right for me. Hmm. I'm thinking I might have had something else selected. I don't know. Let's see. We'll go ahead re-import. All right, that didn't do much. Interesting. I'm gonna drop it in here. No, I think that's right. All right, well, I'm just gonna test it out. We'll see. Let's make a blueprint. Actor BP ST13 stage floor. Cool. Drop it in. Save it. Done. Nice. Go to my sub level. Go to my debug. All right, cool. Nice. We're gonna go ahead and after this is completed, we're gonna load. Let's see. After this is completed, we're gonna load actor or spawn actor. All right, we're gonna right click on this, split the struct, go in here, find our BP, load it up, and this one should be good to go, or almost. Now, because we added those two things, I gotta make sure I add it to the chunk. So we'll go to 13. And let's see, BP, ST13. Stage 4. And ST13. Stage 4. All right, nice. So I'm just gonna make them and then test it out and see what works. And then if I have to make any corrections, it should be universal. Let's see what else I got. So let's do Fallen Destiny because that one has absolutely no floor also. And the Stratosphere needs a floor. And the Coliseum. The Coliseum is going to be an interesting one. I'll do that one last. Let's see. Fallen Destiny is what stage? It's the final battle, stage 7. Okay. So let's go ahead and open up. Let's go back to the scene. Let's open up 07. Oh, and then let's see. Let's save this. Where's the save options? Okay. All right, save as. All right. Nice. So let's go back to this UMAP thing. I don't want to change all of this stuff. But if I go into here, yeah, let's go ahead and, oops, oh yeah. Why does it do this? Go back to my scene. Okay, we're gonna delete that. Okay, so I'm at my main scene. I'm gonna go ahead and hide that for now. And which one am I said I'm gonna do first? Fallen Destiny. All right, so we got Fallen Destiny. What are you looking for? Geom base 1. Mm-hmm. And I think I got an actual configuration save file for 4.0, so I'm gonna test it out in just a moment. Uh, I need to know when Evo is gonna start up. It's gonna wait till this evening. I think I'm gonna go buy some ice cream in just a little bit. Oh, there we go. Fallen Destiny. There we go. Let's go ahead and zoom in, see what's going on down there. Zoom in. I'm gonna switch to this here. View frame. I select it. All right, here we are. All right, so where is the actual stage at? All right, here it is. There you go. Nice. And what is this stage? Let's go ahead and make sure we open it so I can see what the measurements are. We go 16 by 28. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go back to regular scene. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add a mesh plane. Boom. Might as well just give it its turtle name. Here we go. Let's turn this off for now. All right, we do it at 16 by 28. That's actually a little stage. That actually might be a decent stage for this for that what's it called? For a restaurant stage, you know what I'm saying? 16 by, I didn't realize it was so skinny. 16 by 28. Okay, 16 by 28. Or maybe 28 by 16. Yeah. Ooh, drop it down. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's solid. Set that at 0. Oops. There we go. Nice. Um, like this, 27. I'm just using what, Control R to set up the loops. And there we go. I could just do like an extrude on just the basic square, but when I do that, for whatever reason, like it just makes up a whole block. I don't need a whole block. And I'm just looking for something consistent and repeatable. There we go. Those are set. Nice. So I'll set both of these. Control A, all transforms. Let's do it again for good measure. They got their material already set. Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and join them together. This one, then this one. Join. We're gonna go ahead and make it big. 100. Control A, all transforms. This should already, oh, no, here we go, 0.01. And centimeters. There we go. All right. All right, so we got that. Let's go ahead and export it. Cool. All right, gotta go Fallen Destiny. Let's go ahead and rinse and repeat, baby. Custom. Now, if I just drop this in here, yeah, I think that's about right. Go over here. Copy. All right. Nice. All right, we're going to spawn. Actor. Bam. All right. All right. Chance. All right, cool. There's 7. Keep it going. Keep it going. Stratosphere. What is stratosphere? Stratosphere, I think, is the volcanic bomb one. That's 11. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know why that top part keeps disappearing. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. I can also delete these. I don't need them. Nice. Set this back to 1 meters. All right, cool. Let's grab the next one. So 11. Oh shit. Why is this one? What is this? Volcanic bomb? Does this stage change size? No way. I didn't know the stage changed size. Does it change size? Does it get smaller? What? I didn't. You know what? I'm gonna have to. I gotta bring these stages in. I did not know that if that's what happened. That's crazy. Let's see. Which piece am I grabbing? Geom base. This is an interesting one though, because Geom base 1 doesn't really have anything in it. It's really like the most empty stage yet. So I'm gonna say maybe 1A. Yeah, 1A is probably what I need. But I think I'm actually probably gonna need more than just 1A, to be honest. All right, so let's grab this. Right. Mhm. Is this a itty bitty? All right, here we go. Oh, so there's one piece, right? And what are we looking at? 20, 20. That's probably the 28 by 28 slot right there. Add a mesh, add a plane. Okay, but it's not. Oh, these ones suck too because they're not like octagons. They're a little bit weird. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. I'm gonna try something. Let's see. Add a circle, right, with 8 sides. Okay. All right, got a circle with 8 sides. Boop. Now let's make it 28 round. Let's see if that fits perfectly. I hope so. That'd be really nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and oh, it's not like man, I gotta like rotate it. Okay, so let's rotate it. It's like a half a degree, so 45 divided by 2. So 20. 2.5, I think. Right? 45, 22.5. Okay, yeah. All right, cool. All right, and then we're gonna be like edit, and then I'm just gonna hit fill, and then let's go ahead and magic. Nice. And then I'm gonna subdivide it like twice, just so it's like that. All right, cool. Nice. And I think that's the right size, right? I mean, yeah, I think that fits pretty well. Pretty well. It's like I've been doing this for a while. All right, then we got one also that's 18 by 24, but the sizes are a little bit different. So I don't know what stage that is though. Hmm. Interesting. So now I gotta find that. And I don't even know how to load that. Like I'm hoping that it's in a different like location. Like if it's like really down below or whatever. So this is 1A. I'm gonna click on 2A. The only other thing I could think of is that maybe the floor. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I'm at a loss. I'm gonna have to go in and play this stage again. Try to understand what is happening. Let's see this stage. Oh yeah, this one looks smaller. So I guess it's like the rocks kind of like fall in or something maybe. Hmm, interesting. All right, let's I'll know for sure. I'll know better once I pull this out and like layer it over top, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this, copy without extension, go back into here, make sure I'm on the main scene, place that. Because the floor, the walls don't change. I mean, there's no other stage with like the barrier walls on it. You know what I mean? All right, so here's this stage. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure this out. So I got this one. Where did my oh man, I lost it. Hold on. Yeah, hold up. I gotta do something. Um, copy. Uh, yeah, full copy. This will be layout. All right, so what happens is the scene that you're on, like the active scene, gets replaced. So all the stuff on there just got replaced. So my floor got replaced. And I wonder if they just like squeeze the. Nah, they don't just squeeze the floor. Since the walls in these games are not built like a floor, they're built like a barrier. They can just put their little invisible barriers wherever they want to. Mm-hmm. Now the thing about this that's kind of like I'm not sure how this is gonna work is what triggers the floor change. You know what I mean? Uh, okay, so this is 18 by 24. So we'll set this to 18 by 24. Or 24 by 18. Okay, it's way down below too. Okay, that's cool. I ain't mad at it. So it does like you are down in a different section. So I'm gonna move this up a little bit. All right, cool. Now set this at like -30 is probably where it's at. I would assume -30 or -31, but -30 looks pretty solid. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and make this by itself for a second. Let's go ahead and cut it up. Say 23. Right? Is that what it was? Yeah, okay. 17. All right, I'm gonna use this to try to help me figure out which parts to snip off. Hey. Oh, you know what I need to check too? Since the barriers. Where are the barrier blocks? Oh shit, the barriers are in that stage. Hold on, I need those. Geom base 1. So I do need those for the barriers. Alright, cool. Where did my thing go? Mhm. Interesting situation. I didn't realize that. I don't even remember. Did we fall through the earth crack or some shit? I don't even know. I know in the lava stage in the past Tekken, you know what I mean? So is this just where are the wall barriers? There's just a floor? Damn. I don't know how this works. Because it's only 18 by 24, so it's a lot smaller. So I'm gonna have to let's see. I'm gonna have to go in and try to like look at this game a little bit more. So let's see. I think I got my mods set to off right now. Right, they're all off. Okay, let's go in and take a look. I'm not sure what the best way to do. I'm gonna try to do it by like playing two player or something, right? What time is it? Ooh, I better get out there before Starbucks closes. I don't understand people, man. You got speed kicks out here saying, "Oh man, like Tekken 8 is saying that noobs are getting better at the game." I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see them getting better at the game. I see them being more successful in the environment for which the game has created. And I thought I used a pretty good analogy, you know what I'm saying? I was like, look, man, if you take away all the right-handed scissors in the world, right? And you give everybody a left-handed scissor, right? We don't change what hand we use, right? We dominant with. But you're gonna struggle. I try to use a left-handed scissor off the top one day. I was like, what the fuck is this? Why is this shit not working? I tried to use it with my right hand initially, right? Cause I didn't know. Pick it up. I'm like, this shit don't even cut right. This shit ain't working. Meanwhile, my buddy picked up a left-handed scissor because he left-handed and it's like, yo, this shit works perfectly. Look at how good I can cut. And I'm like, that shit don't make no damn sense. I'm using this scissor and I'm getting nothing when I could have used the scissors right the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like it was good. Until I realized, oh shit, this is a left-handed scissor. And I am not left-handed. So either I need to learn how to use my left hand or figure out some way to use my right hand to use a left-handed scissor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be behind the curve. I'm either going to complain about it, I'm going to bitch about it. And the people that have the left-handed scissor, can they cut better? Nah. See, all this time, they were forced to use right-handed scissors. You know what I'm saying? If they couldn't find a left-handed scissors, they had to use the right-handed, so they had to adapt to figure out how to use it, right? And they tried, and it wasn't working as well or as easy. But when you switch the table, does the left-handed person cutting better than the right-handed person? No, they're not. They're just using a tool that's better suited for them. You know what I'm saying? And now to say, oh, all these right-handed people, you ain't good. What? No. The tool has switched. The tool has changed. Right? But to think that the left-handed scissor person is now a better cutter. No, they can succeed more right now. That's what it is. They can succeed more right now because of the environment. The situation has changed. But as for noobs, that's when they say like, oh, you a noob? Yeah, a new player. A player comes in this game, watch him. You can watch him on YouTube. You know what I mean? They be like, I play Tekken for this amount of time. They all do the same thing because it is natural for people to do. You get on the game, I want to see what moves is cool. I want to do this. I'm going to smack at this guy. I'm kind of like waiting and like attacking people, but I don't understand game mechanics. I don't understand frames. I don't understand. If you come in from a fighting game, you kind of understand the basic mechanics of a fighting game. But if you ain't coming from a fighting game, you don't know what's happening. You might be like, oh shit, I gotta wait my turn. You got a low level understanding of the game, blah blah blah. In Tekken, this is designed for everyone to feel good very shortly after picking up the game. You're gonna do cool looking shit. You're gonna hit people with a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? If people start blocking, you just gonna keep smashing at them. You know what I'm saying? The consistency of your wins, at least early on, is kind of hard to tell. No one knows, right? You're gonna see a guy moving all crazy, and then you're gonna be like, I don't know none of that shit, but I just still beat his ass. You're gonna feel good. Tekken has created that environment. Now at the upper levels, I don't know how they're gonna deal with it. They're gonna have to switch. You're gonna have to change. You have to change your thought process, right? And I think the thought process that people ain't thinking about, right? The thought process they ain't thinking about is that from Tekken to Tekken, there's always been them growing pains. But this one seems like a bit of a jump, right? This is a big jump. This is like when people didn't have what was going from like say playing regular Tekken or 1v1 Tekken and then got thrown into like tag without ever playing a tag game or understanding it. That shit was rough. That shit was rough for a lot of people. That was a big jump. You know what I mean? You were still able to play one player if you wanted to. But to really max out, you had to learn how to tag combo, tag assault, do all that good stuff. And for some people, it kind of sucked in the beginning. Other people, at that time, there was a lot more. I feel like the majority of people that played Tag 1 that were around for Tag 2 when it first came out was like a lot. I don't think there's going to be that many when if Tag 3 comes around. But nonetheless, dude, like, I get it. Some of these characters are OP as shit. And I'll talk about them being OP as shit. And how frustrating parts of this game is. But dude, I cannot deny the fact that we are still barely into this game. 3 months into a fighting game with as much variation and variables as Tekken has had historically is insane. Like, there is so much shit that people gonna think, oh, that's wrong. I'll be like, is it wrong though? Maybe it's part of the engine. Or maybe, yo, that shit is wrong. Right? I think that despite whatever the people are saying, for the most part, I think they need to think long and hard about their decisions. I don't think I loaded this into my blueprint, did I? I don't remember. I'm gonna have to double check. Oh no, I've got all my stuff off. Okay. Okay, so this is. I'm gonna say this is. Is this a small stage? How would I even figure this out? I think this is the small stage, right? I think you start off on a small stage, which might be fine. I don't know. I might have to like list it. Man, I don't know how to do this. I might put. I really don't know how to do this one. If it is the way I think it is. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Restart. Let's do. All right. It's not this stage. So let me pick the right stage. Asteroids. Let's go. This is the one I need to look at. Either way, man. I think Speed got it wrong on this one. I like Speed a lot, man. I never met the boy, but he usually got his head on right. This one, nah, I don't think so. Mostly right, just not all the way right. Okay, so let's take a look at the stage. Uh, and you know what I'm also surprised with? The amount of people that cannot understand like analogies. Like that's insane to me. Okay, the first stage is the bigger stage, at least for sure. I'd be like, you know what? Someone said like life is like a box of chocolates. They'd be like, what are you talking about? I don't see chocolate. I'd be like, bro, you don't understand what they talking about? They'd be like, nah. Oof. Oh no, don't do that. Okay, so this one, is this smaller? Oh, it is smaller. Damn, I did not realize it was smaller. Okay, but what actually happens? You just wake up? You just wake up on this stage? Oh wait, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. It don't matter. It's down on the ground. Like one is way down below. Fuck. What am I talking about? I'm tripping, man. I just never noticed that though. That's kind of cool. Alright, alright, alright. So I do gotta figure this part out though. This is 18 by 24. And what is this slope looking like? Am I on the right stage? Do, 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 do. I'm gonna copy this, paste it in here. All right, we on this asteroid, baby. That's all good though. The youth are gonna be the youth, and there ain't shit you can do about it. All right, so let's do this. Let's go like this. Control I. Wait, control I. All right, let's see. Now this one's hard. I'm not sure exactly where the cuts are. I mean, like, where's the indicator? Right? And it's 18 by 24, right? That's still 18 by 24. All right. So let's see. Let's see. Edit. Maybe two. 2 by 2. Okay, I can see these two pieces again. Let's lose these two pieces. All right. Then where is this main part, right? Where does it get kind of straight? I'm gonna say, man, this one sucks. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that. We'll do 2. Yeah. One, two. And that also means that the one that I made a while ago is probably wrong. And hold up, fuck H. All right, let's see if this works. Boom. Boom. Either way, I can't wait to see what happens in Evo. But I mean, I guess I can't wait because I don't really follow shit. Just wait for it to come to YouTube. Alright, so I'm gonna grab, oh, first, because I don't know if that's right. I'm gonna hit Shift D, throw this bad boy all the way in depths or whatever. Now, hit L, Control I, X, get rid of them there faces. Set this back to where it belongs. -30. Let's see, separate this selection. I'm gonna look at that Twitter. I'm gonna look at that Twitter. I gotta look at it real quick. So I just kind of glanced at it. It's an easy. Is it Saturday? I think it's Saturday. Let's see what's happening. Oh, we got us. Noobs aren't getting better. I said, if people says, bro, what is noob style? I think, all right, I'll get to that in just a second. Noob style, pro style, strong style, they just having fun. This Tekken has better training than any previous Tekken had when it comes to teaching people how to play at a competent level. It's a fact that people are going to get better because of that. Um, I won't say that. Yeah, I don't think that's the reason that people that were good at Tekken 7 are losing to newer players at a higher rate. I don't think that's the reason necessarily. I do think that the players can definitely come in and quickly excel. You know what I mean? So, are they able to get better? Yeah. Are they generally better? No, I'm not seeing any what I would consider better though. And I think that's what the determination of what better is, right? Is better that they just win more, or is better that they understand how they're winning? You know what I mean? They have an understanding of the game. So there's two different ways to look at it. But I know this players I know these players aren't spamming the same moves over and over like they did in seven. You really have to work at it now. Um, I think it's a little bit. It's an evolved situation, right? In seven, you just kind of like you had regular moves, right? You just started off with the regular moves, and then you kind of they would spam moves to try to like get by on some shit. Um, but it wouldn't work because you could just block it, right? So anybody who has a decent level would just block it and then punish it or whatever. You know what I mean? But they didn't have, and then not until then they had Rage Art, which they used like as soon as possible. Like as soon as they got Rage Art, they're like, I'm going in, right? Um, and then they had Power Crushes. And if they had a good Power Crush, they was spamming the shit out of that until someone taught them you shouldn't do that. Uh, and now we've got the Heat Burst and the Smash, and you can't tell me that these people ain't, dude. People are hitting Heat Smash round start right into their stuff and pulling off like good 10 seconds. It feels like of just raw, just one-sided blah. And if you move during that time, or you don't evade or whatever, you might end up with an L pretty quick. But I can't. That doesn't tell me that the player is better. That tells me that that mindset is being rewarded, right? Which is fine. Which is absolutely fine, right? You just gotta understand the mindset has changed. But I don't think it makes the players better. I think a noobs are still noobs. We all stopped reading on new style. Strong and easy tech carries with simplistic game plans been in the game since the start of the franchise. I don't see. I don't. People are so like low dimensional. You know what I'm saying? Or and hear me out. I won't might be crazy, but maybe people are actually training and learning. I think it's like a wild concept because you can't wrap your head around new players grasping the game. But it could be. It could just be a little bit more plausible possibility. Oh, just a more plausible possibility. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but I'm saying a noob. Like when a person says when a statement on top, right? This state, not the statement I made. It's not the new Tekken. You're not losing the people you beat in Tekken 7, but because Tekken 8 has made noobs better. You're not losing people you beat in Tekken 7 because Tekken 8 has made noobs better. They're literally getting better at the video game. I guess. I mean, I don't understand what you're saying by that. Who are the noobs that you're talking about, right? Who are the people on discussion? I'm gonna have to go find some noobs and take a look at it. And I want to see them being better at the game. Are there new players emerging right now in the tournaments and such? Yeah. But like, what is a noobs? There's a shit ton of people playing this game. There's a shit ton. You look at, and if you look at the rank, right, there is a crap ton of people in those early ranks, despite all the rank boosts. Despite all the rank boosts, there's a fucking shit ton there, right? So there's a lot of people there. There's a lot of noobs, right? That are going back and forth in those things. That same market, that same situation existed in seven and all the other ones. They're not. It's not like we have a shit ton of people on the higher end of the spectrum, right? I'm not talking about a curve. You're looking at the stats. So the noobs aren't doing nothing, right? Is it more frustrating to fight these motherfuckers? Absolutely. But whatever. New style, bro. You okay? You just complaining because you refuse to believe. I'm not even complaining. Am I complaining? Hold up. Let me read my shit. What I say? I said news aren't getting better. The game favors new style. Right? Okay. They don't know what new style is. I get it. It's like replacing all right-handed scissors with left-handed and saying lefties cut better. So, and this is the analysis I'm saying, right? I'm not complaining. And then I say the true experts with scissors will adapt quicker and some are fine because they're ambidextrous, right? There are some players who it don't matter. They just good, right? Or they're already offensive minded, right? This is already their ideal situation. You know what I'm saying? And then in the scene right now, the ambidextrous and lefties are running the show. All else need to catch up. How is that a complaint? That's not a complaint. That's an observation. And this is where I don't get it, right? I don't get these people coming in here. Like most of my statements are either anecdotal or observational. So I just made an observation with an analogy. That's it. So I don't understand the other stuff. You said this doesn't make sense. You think people used to play old attack and use a different part of their brain or some shit? See what I'm saying? This is like like I told my kid one time. I was like, "Hey, yo, I need you to stop leaving the door open, right? The cat's gonna get out." She would buck at me like, "Hey, I didn't leave the door open. The door is closed." I'm like, "The fuck you talking about?" You know what I mean? I'm not talking about right this second. I just closed the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Kid, is this how you thinking now? And, I mean, I'm watching this shit. I think that's how they think now. I don't even know how to communicate correctly with this situation. I'm gonna have to learn. I'm gonna start throwing shit out, seeing how it goes. Let's see. You see their argument fall apart. It's not an argument, it's an observation. That's what it is. Let's see what else. We'll see what other people say. Let's go check this out. Alright, day one, frame data, better tools. Yep, yeah, I agree with you. Um, let's see. Unfortunately, I think I'll see legacy defense as they aren't doing anything. Yep, I get it. Well, you play fucking Ling. You got to be moving. I get it. That's frustrating when someone doesn't moving as Ling. Um, I just say legacy defense is dead. It just had to go back to school. And in my opinion, that's the truth. Like I still play a very defensive game, and when I play defensive game, that's not just running away. That's being able to block your shit. You know what I'm saying? That's being able to see your shit and then block it and then or negate it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what defense is. You don't gotta run away for defense. Has it always been honestly shocked a lot of people just refuse to treat a new game as a new game? No, he's right. That is true. People don't like change completely. If they weren't all why these new players, people playing better than I am when they start stagnating in T7 with defensive options. Said T8 is a hyper aggro. Things should be tuned. Yeah. I mean, I can agree with that. I don't think anyone thought it was going to be tuned as much as it was. So there's that. Revisionist history among pros and the community about Tekken 7 and its balance like it was a perfect 3D fighter. But about how degenerate 2D does. I don't know. I'm not really following that section. You say you're not wrong, but this kind of relativism doesn't speak to whether or not the reward structure of the game makes for a high quality competitive experience. Not that I think you were trying to make a claim regarding this. I think the reward structure of the game is it depends on what type of reward you're looking at. He says, yeah, I see a ton of room for change for a better competitive game. Also did for 7-2. Okay, yeah. Learn painfully slow that the standards of competitive quality have no relevance to the reality of things, so they're not focused on these things. And that's a true statement. That's a fair fact, right? You know what I mean? How we feel about a certain situation bears very little on the reality of a situation, right? So when Joey was talking about carried and shit, and his argument was like, yo, if that character is so good, just use that character, right? If you want to win, and you might need a character to help you do that, then you need to go ahead and pick that character that's available for you to pick. That character, and even in that statement, what you're saying is that character that you have the choice to pick can carry you to your victory. Because you can't carry another character to the victory, or you're having a difficult time doing it, right? And my whole thing was like, yo, carry characters exist. It's fine. Own it. Play it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's no, it exists. It's cool. Do you? Alright, not falling for this again. Fang Reina needed work. I'll pay for myself. Yeah. I get it. If new standards is mashed, I hit refuse. New standard is to attack more in situations that make sense. You think these motherfuckers are attacking more in situations that make sense? What the hell does make sense? Ask them why they attack. Ask these motherfuckers to tell you their gameplay. As a noob to the new skill, you're blind to it, so you call it immersion. I don't know if that's a new skill. I really have to go ahead and watch some of these games, right? You can't watch ICFC type situations, right? And if we do, you got to look at the very first line of people, right? Nope, the people who have not made it past. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Let's take a look at it. What now? Japan is probably most likely, I guess, historically has better players than we do, right? So I need to find me. Let's see, Evo polls. Japan, whatever. Now, I guess. I don't think it's started yet. Uh, where's the Tekken? Is Tekken on this run? No, it's not Tekken. Where's Tekken? Is this live right now? Today, day one? Oh shit, here we go. Alright, let's see. Let's find some matches. Alright, just a wall. Alright, ho. Okay. Sure. Alright, so I'm gonna watch this on 2x speed. Real quick. I just want to see what better is, you know what I'm saying? I want to be corrected. I don't want to be like, you know what, these motherfuckers, it's fucking good. Damn, it's really hard to time this right there. Okay, here we go. Hey, that's too fast. Ah, shit. Hold on, hold on. We got Ninja Fridge. Boom. We got Punish. All right, cool. Got a bread and butter combo. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Down 3, all guaranteed. Runs up 4-4-2. Runs just that, right? Oh yeah. That was a better play, I guess. I mean, it worked for the moment, but like what the fuck? Oh no, what happened? Alright, let's go. This version. Boom. That hits. Alright, just go in and just that I do not see that as better. Alright, you got the move, you got boom, does the guarantee stuff, does another belly flop. Yeah, there's still a misunderstanding of like why, like, you know what I mean? Like they're just like doing it, hoping it works. That's the noob style, right? That's the noob style. This motherfucker had one hit left and he does a full string with holes in it. Like you can't tell me that these players are better. This is the noobs that I'm talking about. Like this is like, yo, you can't tell me this is better. I don't care. I got a lot of credit to a lot of people, but if you look at the reality of a situation, that's the reality of the situation. But the other part of the reality of the situation is that the older players, this is a new thing to fucking deal with, right? That's what this is. This is a new thing to deal with. I don't know why this is all switching around, but it's a new thing to deal with, right? This many options available to someone straight out the door that can kill you that much faster is a new situation to deal with. And motherfuckers have to deal with it. So I think there is incorrect things on both sides. He says, what an irresponsible pose. He says, what a stupid reply. Whatever. Like, okay. I don't know about responsibility. I'm not a big on that. Speed Kicks has to be the role model. Like, fuck that shit. I won't lie. I half agreed, half not. Curious about the half not. Let's see if there was a reply. The half not is that this game lost its traditional poking. It's more aggressive. The new players are using it to their advantage. Some of them don't even know what poking is, just mashing their pads out. I honestly think this game made the noobs better, but that's just my opinion. This game lost its, makes the older players have lost skill. As in, the new players are not better, the older players are just worse. It's time to develop new skills to match the new game. Um, Let me think about how he said this, right? He said this game lost its tradition. So the first guy says the game lost its traditional poking. Now it's been losing its traditional poking over time. All right, since 5 all the way up till now. It's more aggressive. The new players are using it to their advantage. Some of them don't even know what poking is, just mashing their pads out. The majority of people don't know what poking is in the way that poking was used in the past as a primary tool, right? Poking for people now is like I'm throwing some moves at you that are kind of small and quick, you know. But what I really want to do is just hit the other shit, right? I'm just using these in the meantime to kind of like mess you up or bait you. They're not really like poking. Like poking back in the day, it was like, yo, it's like bucking and weaving. You know what I'm saying? Like them shits hurt. I mean, they added up. Either way, I honestly think the game made the noobs better. Now, I don't think the game made the noobs better. I think the game made the noobs more successful. That's it. If I make a test easier to 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 score well in, right? Did I make the people taking the test smarter because they're getting higher scores? No, I just made it easier for them to get higher scores. They're still stupid, right? The stupid person on the test with a score of 50 and the stupid person on the new test with a score of 75 is still stupid, right? And I'm not calling noob stupid. I'm saying when you're a noob, you just don't know. That's it. That's what it is. You're new. Nor does it make the other people worse, right? I don't think it makes the other people worse. Now, if you give me a test, right? I come from the school where when I did math, I needed to get the correct answer. Now, if you tell an old stubborn person like me that I have to do all the fucking steps of a shitty math problem to figure out what 2 times 3 minus 2 is, right? And I got to use some crazy, like, add apples to these apples in this crate. And then, like, nah, I'm not doing all that shit. I'm going to tell you what the answer is. And as a result, if I take that same test, I'm going to do worse in that test. Does that make me worse at math? No, it makes me worse at taking this test. Less skilled at it, but am I bad at it? Nah. All right, he says there's something I agree on to match the skills of a new game. That's true. However, you can't really blame the older players because Tekken in the past was all about poking and things like that. And now it's gone. Basically, it's normal for them to complain, but it's up for them to adapt to something new. It is normal for people to complain. It is also up to their responsibility to adapt to something that's new. Um, Look, the complaints are gonna happen. You know what I mean? That's it. Whether people decide to listen or not, that's up to them. That's the other thing. You want to fuel it? Nah. You want to agree with it and add to the fire? That's cool. But people just need to vent, let it out, and then move forward. All right, this game made the news better because if they were to play 7-6 tag, instead they would be stuck in green or yellow ranks. And I would say that yeah, if you take the same mentality from Tekken 8 and bring it to Tekken 7, you're gonna lose, right? If you take the mentality of Tekken 7 and take it to tag, you're gonna lose. So there's a lot of issues where there's certain things that you need to have. Now, if you take the mentality of tag and bring that to 8, I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be okay. You're used to having to think and react and attack and get in there and get that damage. I think if you went from tag to 8, you'd be okay. If you went from 6 to 7, you'd have been fine, right? 6 to tag was rough for a lot of people. Tag to 7 was kind of a weird situation. All right, there are a lot of players who are good at tag who are bad at 7. Yeah, that's true. There are a lot of players who are good at 7 that were bad at tag. I mean, those two vastly different mechanics is the main reason why that happened. Being good at one Tekken does not guarantee skill in another, nor has it. That being said, there are legacy components. Most people have not degraded in their capability that I've witnessed, right? I haven't seen people play 5 and then play 6 and then end up ranking and scoring less than they did in 5, right? I see people stagnate. I see people get in the tag and be like, fuck, I can get up to this level with my legacy skill alone, but I just can't adapt to this situation. And so they get stuck there, but they rarely go backwards, right? I don't necessarily, people that were good at 7, some of them were bad in tag 2. Some of them weren't as good. I don't know if that's necessarily bad. They just weren't as good, right? So I don't know. I'm not really following his thing 100%. He said people vocal when it is their specific skill play style that gets attacked. So it's fine when 7 catered to their pre-existing skill set and destroyed another, but not fine when 8 destroys theirs and caters to another. Dude, that's a fair point. That is true, right? That is absolutely true. Um, I think the thing that people need to think about though, uh, is if you're of the style that's being catered to, just own it. Dude, I love this game. I'm an attack happy person, dude. I think it's great. If you don't like it, don't play it. End the story, right? But instead, they're like, well, I'm better. Well, here's the thing. We 3 months in. We 3 months into this game, and I am pretty sure that there's going to be a lot of one-hit wonders um, to exist. I think people act like the legacy right now. If these OG players stick around, and I don't even know what's considered OG now. I guess if some of these Tekken 7 players stick around and decide to adapt, they just gonna mop the floor with the new motherfuckers, right? That's what I think is gonna happen. But they can't do it right now. There's too much to ingest, too soon. It's not happening. Um, to make all these judgments on whether who's good or who's bad, so fucking early, man. It's as if we live in like an ant's lifetime or some shit, right? Everything's sped up. Way too early. It's craziness. Craziness, man. But I mean, it's a good conversation. Like I said, I'm not 100% on what I like what Speed says and a lot of things. Lately, though, I don't know. Lately, I don't know how old my man's getting, but he's starting to. He was a lot more pliable in in recent years gone. But you know, he growing up. All right, stop that. Stop that game. Needs to be adjusted. You can't honestly say the game is fine like that. You know, a lot of the game clearly lower some skill interpretation because of less options. 50-50 more like 80-20 now. That is true. They talk about mix-ups. There's a lot of this shit ain't really a mix-up. It's 80-20 is fair for a good amount of situations. Not all situations, but a good amount. Watch Annie 6 here. I'm pretty sure you'll change tunes quick. I don't know who that is. Now the T7 isn't a steaming pile of doctored. I don't even like the scrub mechanics from T7. Noob art and Noob Crush are just super lame to me. One button, you get to come back. Crush through moves takes good or even huge damage. Simply designed to make scrubs win more, like T8. Yeah, that was a rough one to deal with until you learn to harness it. And even still, with as long as T7 was around, I didn't really see people harnessing uh, the powers of the drives and shit. Even the wall bounce, um, as much as they could have. They just like reacclimated it back into their style. Like it wasn't a full embrace, in my opinion. I remember some old school players, content, Tekken 7 players, you are carried in past games, you can't do nothing versus us. Also, the mentality that I won this tourney a few years ago, and depending on that result, just to find that if I can't win now because the game is for noobs, it's so lame. I'll agree with that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? People do be riding on their past successes way too much. Um, people cannot realize when they're being carried. Like I play the Bears, right? I know I can tell pretty quickly when my opponent doesn't know what the fuck is going on, right? I don't have much to get carried by, right? Right now with my character itself. But she does have some good shit, right? If I can get into my heat stuff, right? I can get myself out of some situations that I would not be able to get out of in 7. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And I have to be a little bit what I feel is dishonest Tekken, you know what I'm saying? But what is actually Tekken 8? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So yeah, there are moments where you can get definitely. You got to just when you recognize the carry, you're like, look, I ain't do that shit. I panicked and hit buttons. I fucking won. You think I didn't earn that shit? What skill is that? I know when I had skill. I know when I outplayed somebody. I know when I set a situation up and them cards fall down. Right? I know when my opponent don't know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? Look, I played a first to 10 not too long ago. For the first to 10, my man's was not familiar with the matchup, but he was working. He was working through it. He was going for it. It just didn't come out in his favor, and I ended up taking the majority of the matches. Just recently, the other day, actually yesterday, I had a first to 10 with his Raven, which I don't know that matchup, right? And so I started playing, and I got a couple of. I was like, bro, I hope I can get ahead. I need some of this panda privilege. You know what I'm saying? And it got me a little bit, but I quickly realized that I'm not gonna have that. I'm not gonna get carried by that situation. Not in this situation. It's gonna have to be all me. So then I try to fight through, try to figure it out, and then I realized that oh fuck, dude, I'm down. Like I'm down because I don't know this matchup. You know what I mean? And there's certain things that I don't know how to counter right now, or if I'm going to be able to counter, right? So I had to spend some time taking some L's in that set, you know what I mean, to catch up. And I almost caught back up, But I couldn't pull through. It's all good. But you know what I'm saying? That's me understanding like, oh shit. Like if I would have kept trying to fight through that shit, I just got murked. Right? It took me 3 L's, you know what I mean? Of me trying to see certain things and look for certain things and look for ways through, right? Before I was able to be like, okay, I got a game plan I can try to work with. You know what I'm saying? But this game is different. It's a different game. It's got different shits to it. Like I, there's a lot of this shit I don't like right now. And to be honest, most of us that have that feeling, it is not 100% legit. But who fucking cares? Well, we're bitching right now, right? When a person's bitching, they venting, they complaining. They're gonna do it. You can't logically tell someone who's bitching to stop bitching. Shit. I think some things could be tuned down just in general. What I don't want to see is what I'm hoping not to see is that shit that we saw like with Leroy 1.0. Like I don't want to see if I'm seeing 3 characters in fucking top eights for the next 2 months, dude. I'm done. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see that. That's boring. We got 20 characters in the game or some shit like that. You see 3 characters, like dude, I came to Tekken because you know I didn't see it. You see that in other games all the time. I want to see. I want to see. They put a lot of time and effort into a lot of these characters. I think they want to see a lot of these characters being used as well. But who knows? Or maybe they just out for the money. I don't know. Said this is bullshit. Everyone I play against in this game ranks 1 to 28, plays like an actual green rank. Don't act like you can't see that player base is rubbish. People with no KBD, no throw breaks, and there's only defense. It's a power crush or evasive move or comment. That's absolutely true. Let me see what someone said about that shit. I want a game where it says brawler next to their name, not second god. Um, I'll. mm, I don't see the Tekken. I don't see the majority of Tekken gods uh playing that bad, right? And the ones that do play that bad, plug, and they plugged on me multiple times. You know what I mean? So if you playing that bad and you attacking God, you probably got there by illegitimate means besides just the game being OP, and are trying to win by doing that crazy blitzkrieg shit and then catching a couple legitimate dubs. But as soon as you get found out, y'all be dipping like a motherfucker. So, but I don't know about the GODs being at brawler level. I don't know. I'm not gonna co-sign with that. How could you argue that Rage and Power Crush aren't scrub mechanics? Mechanics to simplify the game for noobs and make them win more. More first thing they do for Tekken 8's buff those features to favor scrubs more always attacking being incentivized also favors noobs. Now, like what Speed said and what a bunch of other people have said, yo, the devs said it. They're like, look, we gonna make y'all hit buttons. If you already like hitting buttons, you're gonna have a good time. They said that already. Um, Power Crush and scrub mechanics, we should have been aware that more shit was coming. I'd say that for anybody that's been around for a minute, after they saw what happened in 7, they should have just been like, you know what, this is the way it is now. They should have just buckled in. But a lot didn't. He said get good. Yeah, I don't nobody. Yeah, I don't know who you are. This is irrelevant. Clearly, Tekken 8 has made the game more accessible and easier to win for noobs. That's the whole point of this game. You're just being the arrogant, smarmy little contrarian jerk off you were always born to be. Yeah. Probably because they have counterplay. Rage art equals don't be mashing. Power crush equals guaranteed grab. They have their places, but you're not gonna see this shit span once you get out of like orange ranks at the latest. Um, Rage art equals don't be mashing. That's a different one. Most people are at least smart enough to understand the basics of how to get a rage art, so I don't see people just smacking rage art to just do it. They're doing it on wake up, they're doing it after intense pressure, they're doing it when they're about to die. Like those are the 3 things. That's when it's supposed to be used. Um, some use it all the time, and just like, and then you're like, okay, I gotta teach you. I teach you not to do that shit. Power crush equals guaranteed grab. Um, they have to know. They have to kind of like risk doing that grab. So grabs in this game are fucking nasty though. So they're hard. The counter hit grabs makes it real rough. If you're good at the game, you'd be able to use these tools better than the so-called noobs. That's not true. That's not necessarily true. Not yet. It will be true eventually. If you're good, at fighting games. You know what I'm saying? If you're good at adapting, then yeah. If you're good at, if you truly are good at this game, you'll be good at using the tools also, and you'll be better than noobs. That is true. Just right now, there's not many people right there. Right? I think the legacy transfer is like 1 to 3, 1 to 4, maybe. It's definitely not 1 to 1, and I probably say like 1 to 3. Like you, I mean, I can make it up to like purple ranks essentially with any character in the game based on basic fundamentals. And purple ranks is tough for some people. So that's because I've been playing forever and I got legacy understanding of how to play Tekken, regardless of the different versions. I think the other thing people don't understand is that like 7 has been the longest out. It's been out forever. They're used to like I'm used to I played 5, 6, 7 tag, you know what I'm saying, and now 8. And I played 3 when I was younger, but those are the ones I played competitively, like 5, BR, all the different versions of it too. So some of the older heads, you know what I'm saying, like we know how to adapt. This is just a rough adaptation. Man, am losing to people can't block 3 hit strings. What the fuck you talking about? I don't know what the fuck you talking about. The game is super imbalanced right now, constantly winning because of force 50-50s, mashing, power pressing, and such a turn off for the game. Literally, there are people who play like they are brain dead with either King, Azu, Drag, June, or Reyna, and you could tell that's absolutely true. I hope they do make these characters a little bit more accountable. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but you know, we'll see. 2 black and white of a statement. I've seen lower ranks doing some impressive stuff, but I've seen some higher rank players have no game sense at all. That's yeah, kind of see that. I agree, but some characters have too much good frames, and they chip you, and just I don't know if you get kind of hit. I do believe that a nerf to chip damage and balancing. I think chip can go down a little bit. If it goes down too much, it'll be irrelevant. Um, but yeah, I think it can go down a little bit, or the amount that you can gain back for attacking goes up, right? So it stays flux. So if you just go and sit there and block, right? Then I think there has to be like a kind of trade off, right? Like if you're gonna sit there and block, right, you gonna get chip damage, and you ain't gonna get it back until you start attacking, right? Or it'll just be gone forever. However, also that being said, like if you are creating a situation where an opponent literally doesn't have a way out of that chip damage, right? So you're saying you got to get hit or you got to block, right? There's certain situations where it's hit or block. There's no real guess. It's just hit or block. The 50-50 is do I move or do I stand still, right? If you got a lot of that going on and you know what I'm saying, and then they can just end it with a like a heavy hit. Now they end it with a mix up. So they just I think that's where the imbalance and where the issue comes. It's like, whoa, like I get it. If a person is trying to be passive, you know what I'm saying, and they get eating a chip, that makes sense. That's gonna help keep things moving. But if it doesn't matter if you passive or not, it's just not your turn. Like the fuck? Like come on, man. That's where I feel like the rock paper scissors type of mentality comes in, where it's just like, you go, I go. You know what I mean? We'll see how it goes. All right, false. Let's not act like Tekken 8 didn't have these new give these noobs more tools to use in this game with heat, chip damage, along with rage, etc. T8 had effectively made noobs better, is what it is. No, like I said, not better, more successful. Some people will argue that's the same thing. In my opinion, those are two different things. I just find it annoying that all my biggest win streaks come from turning my brain off and playing the most aggressive, mindless offense you've ever seen. Facts, bro. Like I hate that shit. Like when I pick up a different character and I just be smacking buttons, I'm like, bro, I don't need like these wins is shit. Like who gives a fuck? Ah. All right. While what you wrote is true, it also seems to imply that the game can do no wrong and there can be no such thing as a worse way of playing. Simply because it's a new way the game asks you to play, it seems reductionist and refuses to look past improperly conveyed feedback. That's a funny way to say all that shit. I don't know about the game can do no wrong, but I can see that. I can see how that can be looked at like that, where it's like, yo, this is the game, deal with it, right? I don't know. I mean, Tekken 7 was the way it was, and you know, people did. what they did with that one. All right, the only adaptation that made me win more in this game is when I realized how valuable my turn was and that I should try to keep it alive and call out Noob Crush with Jab Parry. I think overall the games I'm having are far less thoughtful and engaging than T7. I think overall the games I'm having are far less thoughtful and engaging than T7. I don't know if he's saying, I don't know what he's saying exactly. I think what he's saying is that he wants to feel like he's actually playing a game. I said it before, if people are mad, but I'm gonna say it again. Us new players are only new to Tekken, not fighting games as a whole. If you can read frame data in one, you can read it in all. Our skills translate from game to game, and Tekken is our game now. Okay, all right, Volatile. I hope to see you around doing shit. That's a lot of big talk. Um, yeah, if you play a fighting game, then you understand how fighting games work. Especially if other fighting games are of that vein, right? If you got other, if this is the MO in other games, then you're gonna do great in Tekken. True, 100% with all the content about frame data and pros, doing gameplays on YouTube. Beginners can learn a lot just by watching them, combinations, frame chats, all, etc. Or the promise. Look, man, I see y'all watching them shits, and I see y'all trying to use them, and some of y'all good at it, and others I'm like, bro, you still gotta understand what you're doing. All right, nah, that's cap, bro. If that was the case, they would be better in Tekken 2, Tekken 2, and you know that's false. TA's babies, first fighting game, new mechanics, easy mode. Um, Yeah, and I think you're gonna be able to get up into. I think a lot of people with a low. I think you could. Let me see, man. I think purple ranks is really gonna iron people out. I'm not going. I don't get to see anybody but low purple right now. But uh, anybody I have, most of the people I've seen that were below purple, like they won't even play me. You know what I'm saying? Like if they better at the game, why won't they play me? Like when I see them come across other like strong players, they'll leave. Why? Because they ain't better. They're not better, and they know it. It's okay. They'll get better eventually, right? Like attacking in a fighting game is not a noob style. It's part of the game, and it's Geiki just favors it more. Game just favors it more. People just mad because they have to pay attention. No, attack, attack, attack is noob style. Like that's it. You see a little child, hey, I need you to, you know what I mean? Like you give them the game, what they gonna do? Button, 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 buttons, button, button, buttons, button, 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 buttons. That's what they're gonna do. That's noob style. There's no real thought behind it. And then when the game says, hey, I like what you're doing, you gonna keep doing it. It's okay. Noob style. That's it. It's highly developed. It's irrational. It's irrational to game strategy, right? Whether or not it's effective and whether or not it gets you to win doesn't change whether it's noob style or not. I will use what I would consider noob style in 7 at periods of time, especially when I'm fighting a player who is good. Like, not top top, but really solid, right? Because I will earn my respect in the way I play. And then I will go noob style. And it totally shakes everything up, right? Then what the fuck is that? I didn't think you would be doing something that stupid. But now they're not even punished for that stupid shit. I had to sneak it in. You know what I mean? Whatever. FG players complaining, comparing an old completed game and its style versus a new one. A few months, results are the same every time. They will be the same every time. There's other parts of Tekken that might leave it in danger, but we'll see. I think competitive Tekken has always been considered as a proper sport. Players invested time, sacrifices. The impression I have is that up until now, they struggle to recognize themselves and their efforts in this new game. It's been 3 weeks. I mean, 3 months. So, yeah, people want a validation right away. It's not happening. And they're unhappy that other people are getting it. That's the other thing. Facts. If they want to say it's an easier learning curve than others, I can't say it is or isn't, then okay. But to say it favors noobs doesn't make sense. That's essentially the same thing. You just don't like the term noob. It seems it just favors a different style, just like any new game typically would in any genre. I mean, but also like you gotta think about it, right? I'm looking at chain throws where they're like one button chain throws. What? And it's like one or two. You can't fuck it up. See, in the past, if you had a chain throw, you had to. I think before, I guess 7, they kind of made it a little bit easier. But before that, like you had to hit the buttons. Like they gave you buttons, you had to hit the buttons. Then in 7, I think they made it so I could hit like 1 plus 2, and that will cover me for 1 and 2. Okay, all right, but I still had it 1 or 2, or 3 plus 4, or 2 plus 4, whatever. Like I still had to hit those. Now it's just 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 4. Right? And then I get the option of doing the actual legitimate shit to get like more damage. But you can't tell me that ain't noob shit. Like you telling me that that's not making it easier for motherfuckers to accomplish when just frames pretty much don't exist in this game. Like y'all be tripping, man. I win, but I quit the game because it feels like being addicted to slot machines all over again. Too much stress and anxiety. You never know if you're going to get the YouTube flowchart or a genuine newbie or get a hard read for 3 rounds. Losing is frustrating and winning feels empty. That's true. That can be true to a degree. I think they're a little bit too into this though, so I think it's good that they quit. And they'll come back later. All right, maybe. All right, so crazy that a lot of people talk about noob tools and things new players get to mash and thoughtlessly play, but they have the experience and knowledge to emulate the same playstyle as noobs much more effectively. Decade's got the worst copium I've seen in a new FGC. That's a hard one. I think everything's the copium is an epidemic, second to fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? Like it's out there, it's everywhere for everything, and it's the FGC is just a part of it. All right, this is true whether everyone liked it or not. I consider myself new in Tekken 7 since I can't have proper practice and can't understand frame data that much. Now I have the time and research to practice now about the frame data, etc. My improvement is showing. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't know what you guys consider. That's the other thing. I don't know what people consider improvement these days. Like, is getting like a rank like self-improving at work? Now, I like to do it in my spare time, but when I'm not playing the game, I don't give a shit. I think Tekken 8 is a fantastic game, though some of the choices they've been making has really made me scratch my head. I think so, more so outside of the characters and the movesets, but he says, I won't lie when I say a bit of its identity has lost itself somewhere in this aggressive style. Yeah, it doesn't. We'll have to see. I'm looking forward to the top 32, top 16, top 8s of Evo Japan to see if we can see some high level Tekken. I'm hoping to. Panic, Rage Art, and Power Crush is a news lifeline. Then they add Heat. All right, so and for regard with the Rage Art's being negative like 15 or whatever. Like so, so the noob or the whatever person can toss this fucking move out, right? But in order to like, you know, what I mean, you have to know how to punish and whatever to actually respond to it. So they shoot out this lifeline, and now the lifeline has been gifted. That shit was what, like negative 22 before? Like you were guaranteed that. Look, it was a one shot, and that's where I thought it was fair. I was like, Rage Arts was powerful. They was sucked. You know what I mean? When you got hit with one at the last minute. But I mean, they shoot your shot. But if you missed your shot, you were gone, right? That was it. You blew that last thing, and that's all you had. But now it's like, yo, I could use that shit. I feel like Rage Art should end all of it, right? That should be your shot. Like if you use Rage Art, then you lose your heat, you lose your rage, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? You went for the you pulled out your trump card, and it either works or it doesn't work. But you know that's a lot to program, so I don't see that happening anytime soon. All right, it is about how safe people are after attacking, reducing options for defense, and defender always gets punished. Yeah, like if you don't make it to the dodgeball first, like you fucked, right? So, and some characters can grab that dodgeball from half screen away. So you're like, God. I mean, I guess what's the answer? Just pick those characters. Right, I agree. Every Tekken game is going to have something new, and it's up to us to learn the curves of it. I got the plans, but we also have to be self-responsible. Yeah, the whole new mentality falls on deaf ears to me. I like Tekken 8 overall. You know what? Most of these people are probably noobs, man. Like, if Tekken 8 is your first Tekken 8, you're a noob. That's just it. If you're a noob at Tekken, 3 months you've been playing the game, you're a noob. The game has existed for 3 months. If you are playing Tekken 8, you're a noob. That's cool. You gonna keep playing. You're gonna get better. You won't be a noob, or you gonna prove that noobs are the shit. That's it. But you are a noob in my opinion. Old heads win a new game. that is made to encourage aggressive play because it's more fun and better for spectators. Doesn't let them turtle until they can do an optimal launch punisher. Oh, bitch, I be turtling like a motherfucker still, and I'm just gonna keep turtling even harder. After reaching pause, I think you did achieve your dream of being an OBGY. And that's funny. Is OBGYN all capitals? I don't know. I never really use that abbreviation too often. I don't. I know. I can't beat Leo. Man, just let me cope more. Yeah, Leo is a pain in the ass for a lot of people. I do not like this game, so I stopped playing it. That's it. It's not the style of gameplay I like. Yo, you do you. That's the shit. I agree that there are characters that make Tekken easy to pick up, which being wanted if they tone down things they need to, of the game will be better for everyone. Yeah. Speed cooking gonna wade into the doubtless level head and objective comments now. My man got he better get he's on his knees with his man. Alright, it's wild how enslaved the Tekken community is. I get there are many weird or bad balance changes, but some of these are natural evolutions or needed. Like throws needed better incentives, blocking needed a cost, heat dash is rage drive. Blocking needed a cost is a funny thing to say. That's like self-defense should be punished. It should absolutely be punished. No, you shouldn't be able to punish the people attacking you. No, but if you are being attacked, you should be punished. What? I don't necessarily think that's the case. I do like the idea of the chip damage. Like I just wish it felt more like chip damage, not chunk damage. You know. Absolutely agree. Plus, thinking this way helps with having a growth mindset and actually improving at a fundamental second. You know what? That's funny though. I'm gonna call it. Um, I figured that Pakistan would have a hard time and that Korea would have a rough time, with Tekken 8 because of the way they play. And Europe should do really well. So I'm hoping. I don't know how many Europeans are in thing based on what I've seen when I was over in Europe and I've seen and watched events and such. I think Europe is better tuned for this. Um, I actually think South America, if they're still big on stuff, I can see them coming up unless they change their style. America, I think we're gonna be like, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't think our main reps are gonna be able to rep us super hard uh, right now, but I think we're gonna be fine. Um, yeah, I think EU is gonna shine. It's gonna fucking be annoying because they won't shut up about it. So we'll see. We'll see. And I think Korea and I think Japan is gonna be do well as well. I think Japan's gonna do just fine in Tekken 8. I think see them do really well in this event. I would imagine. And then Korea, I think is gonna get their shit together and come back and do fine. Uh, Same as America, but like with much more consistency. Uh, but yeah, I definitely think EU is gonna do well. But we'll see. We shall see. People really can't be mad when players who actually want to learn the game are learning faster than them. And there are a lot of comments on this shit, dude. I didn't think there was that many comments. I'm gonna leave a couple more and that's it. I'm just bored and just kind of like speaking my shit into the ether. My phone's dead, so I can't check the chat. Let me see. My chat be broken. Why my chat be broken, bro? Oh wait, is this what is this? Is there something? How does this work? I don't even know. Look, see, it just don't work. That's some bullshit, man. My chat don't be working. Get the fuck out of here. That's funny. Nah, you just trash and not adapting. Who are you talking to? Who is this guy? Who is Alfredo to call me trash? Alfredo got 36 followers, whatever, who cares? Israel and the US are now to be known, named and shamed. Okay. I just drove by a retirement community. This motherfucking worldview isn't based on love and compassion for others. Imagine. I'm a surprise. What is this? This is bad. We should find out what country this is. We can invade it. And instead, I don't understand Alfredo. Oh, here we go. What is? Oh, does Alfredo say anything? It's reposted, 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 reposted. Does Alfredo even talk for himself? No. Nah, you're just trash and not adapting. I don't know what you're talking about. Nah, what did I say? Let's see. It says, nah, you're just trash and not adapting. I don't know. I think you missed the point. No cope at all in my statements. Have a good day. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Well, whatever. New style is anything they lose to, such as win using throws, yet easier to break than T. This man said throws are easier to break than in T7? Wow. Use Power Crush, been around since T7. Use Heat Raw. Even saw complaining about random first while standing launchers. If I'll just hold forward and let you hit me then. Bruh. How do I answer this shit? I can't reply. Post my reply. I even saw complaining about some. I mean, uh, when using throws, when using throws is fine. Thinking throws are your trump card to win is noobs win because not you specifically, gotta say this shit, can't break them. I think it throws are your trump card to win because you viable option. If I hit enter, is it gonna? Okay, cool. Uh, using Power Crush, using Power Crush is fine. Using Power Crush as your primary tool because the risk so low. Regularly and causing an L is pretty noob. What else? Using heat or use heat. Alright, it's fine. Round start heat every round. and wake up RA every, let's say, every time is even after uh, wasting the heat or getting punished for the block RA is pretty good. Or your trump card to win because you can't break them is viable option. Pretty good. All that said, these actions are highly encouraged by the current engine. So, it is what it is. In more cases than not, just let people do it. For fun. Then take their points. The harvesting. Uh, there we go. Nice. I just like typing. I just like typing. Verify. I got verified a while ago by the thingy because I thought it had other fucking options, but it doesn't, and I'm just too lazy to cancel my shit. But that's that. All right, cool. I'm done. Whatever. I had some fun. Damn. But when is? Let's see. Is there a schedule? Oh, I finished my mods. I think I'm gonna chill. My chat doesn't work. This felt like ranting for a while. Stage stuff and ranting. Bout stuff.